First episode of Dancing Queens podcast, and we have Hannah Melder here, one of my personal mentors, the creator of the Ginga Goddess project, which has gone international this year, and someone who just taught me so much about Kizomba and Semba. We've had loads of conversations in our life together when we've talked about, the many issues that women face in this community. And the point of this podcast really is to talk about some of the things that we have control over, how we can create our own way in this dance community without kind of feeling like we're asking for permission or we're begging for space. And you're someone that I think has really taken up your own space. And what I'm so interested in sharing today is how you kind of discovered that journey. And if you could just tell us a little bit about where you started and how you got to the point you're at today, because you're doing so many amazing things.
What an intro. I don't even know where to begin, but I mean, I never thought dance would be a career. I never thought it would, I'd get into empowerment. I really was such a disempowered young woman, and in high school, I just, dance was the only thing I really loved and I was good at, but I didn't really have confidence. I didn't have self-belief. I was not empowered. And I kind of fell into Kizomba. I wanted to do ballroom and perform and just do comps and wear the costumes. And I ended up in street styles. I did salsa like everybody else, and then tried Kizomba when it was not being danced in Perth. There was one guy teaching it. I went along and I was like, wow, this is really different. And, eventually I became his partner, but I was really more of an assistant. Sometimes I would teach, sometimes I wouldn't. I had no confidence in my teaching, in my voice. I found it hard when to know when to talk. And, often when we are working with men, we don't know where the space is for us. It was finding my voice. It was being challenged, having a lot of disempowering situations and men abusing power and taking advantage that kind of bring you into this work. You can't really teach empowerment if you come out of the womb empowered. It's really from all the challenges. And I think for me, I wasn't seeing female voices. I wasn't seeing female leaders, and I just didn't really understand it. And I was lucky I worked with a great woman who is so empowering called Mel in Perth. And we, that was the start of Empowerment Projects, was working with her. And then that was when it really started. And I focused on ladies projects, not just teaching Kizomba and Semba and weekly classes. And I had my amazing mentor. I had Lucia as my mentor, and she really helped put a lot of belief. And I think as women in the industry, we're put down in a lot of ways with our abilities. We have a lot of doubt, and just through the people we work with, that can really filter in. And she really helped me and put so much faith and kind of told me to start my own projects and choreography. And I just kind of did it. Ginga Goddess really started. I was like, I'll just give it a go. Like, she thinks I could. I have this yearning inside of me. Like, I saw big women's projects, but I thought it was so far away and maybe I couldn't do it and all this stuff. And I just kind of did a little boot camp. I think I had 7 women. Some of them still dance with me to this day, who I love. Just did 3 hours. I started using the word goddess in the studio, and we were saying that. We did 3 hours. We went to a dance party. It wasn't a special event at all. It just was a regular Friday party. We performed, and I did like these circles and a bit of meditation, a bit of pep talking, and it was just like the best experience, and who they became in such a short amount of time. But it was really just them stepping into their power. And that's really what I see myself doing. I'm just helping women reconnect or remember to what is already there. And it was just like this amazing moment. And then the projects really just started growing from there.